Tuskegee University has placed a new ban on students, and when I tell you it has everybody in an uproar, I mean it. Tuskegee University has the people in an uproar, and so does respectability politics. Child, let's talk about it for a little piece.
How we get up, just call back, right back. We can spend, then get it right back, man. She just gotta want all of that, so that's why I bought.
Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here, honey. I am back because I want us to chat about Tuskegee University really quickly. There has been a viral story that's been going on, and I just want to get it up so that I can tell you guys what's happening, okay? So that we could talk about it real quick, like, all right. It appears that Tuskegee University they are banning, all right, they're implementing a new student dress code where they are banning bonnets, durags, bedroom shoes in the classrooms, dining halls, and official university events, along with stricter attendance and in-class cell phone rules. I do wonder what those in-class cell phone rules are. All right. Based on different things that happen on campus, I feel like the students should be allowed to have their cell phones and be able to interact if need be. Okay. But I'm not sure how that may affect class time. I don't know what's really going on or what really led to this ban. But I will say a lot of people have been upset about it. I've seen people being in support of it. I've seen people not be in such support of it, right? They feel like they're stripping away a bit of the identity from Black students because they want to align more so with respectability white politics, is what I've been seeing some of the people talk about. And for me, I see absolutely nothing wrong with it. So sorry. If Tuskegee wants to implement a ban on bonnets, durags, bedroom shoes in the classrooms, I see nothing wrong with it. Especially as a person that don't be outside with a bonnet on. I don't feel like I could tell y'all shouldn't have that at your campus. I don't even go outside with a bonnet on my head. So, I see nothing wrong with them saying that. And also as a graduate of Alabama State University, if I, were in school and they said no do rags, or I didn't wear do rags, but if they said, no bonnets, okay, I didn't wear them no way. So it really wouldn't have been an issue for me. I'm not, especially during college, I wasn't a constant bonnet wearer, right? Maybe those that constantly wear them, they may be offended. I would love to hear what the students have to say, honestly, because I'm seeing more and more of people that are likely not a graduate of a college, not a graduate of a HBCU, all right. Having a discourse about this, and especially not a graduate of Tuskegee University. I know I'm not. Okay. I can only kind of relate it back to Alabama State, being that both of the schools are in Alabama, probably about 20 minutes apart from each other, rivalry schools or whatnot. Um, so yeah, and then Tuskegee is a very private. It's a private institution. It's a very prestigious institution, and I think, in my opinion, if they had to implement this bonnet, durags, house shoes type of ban, I feel like things may have gotten out of control a bit. Right. And a lot of people are in uproar about this being a university wide ban, but I'm not understanding the issue with it and trying to relate it back to respectability politics and, oh, you guys want to be in alignment with a white person, this and that. When, in all honesty, in my opinion, just going to a university, wouldn't that be respectability politics based on how you guys are putting it? Aren't you trying to be in alignment with white people just trying to go and get your college degree so that you can further advance your livelihood? Like, I'm just so confused on that part. Like, I'm not understanding the big issue. And truth be told, they're going to survive. Like, that's the biggest issue. They're going to survive without that bonnet on their head in class and going to lunch. Throw you a hat on. Right? They didn't say no hoodie. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. They did not say no hoodie, though. I did not see that. So when the students start walking around with that hoodie on, hey, that Tuskegee hoodie, hey, y'all gonna have to be cool. Cause y'all said did what y'all did. I'm just telling y'all what y'all said. No bonnets, no durags. So when the people put their hats on and put them hoodies on, y'all got to be okay with that. All right. But I see absolutely nothing wrong with this prestigious university, telling their students that they cannot wear this. They will absolutely survive. Like, I don't know how it is in where you guys live, but you can't wear do-rags and bonnets in high school. Teacher, hey, take that off in this class. Hey, get there. What you doing? Take that off. Now, yeah, there may be some teachers that may allow you to do that. Right? Until the principal get in there, take that off. What you think you're doing? That's not so why, if you can't even do that stuff in high school, why is it an issue for the university to implement it? Now, try, I ain't gonna hold you. If they would have said no braids, I would have said, now wait a minute. Okay. I can't wear braids in this mother. Then I would have had it. But child, a bonnet, you will survive. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know if like head wraps are a part of that. They're saying do-rag. So I'm thinking if you wear a do-rag, you probably can't wear, you know, um, a hair wrap, turban, or whatnot. But I will say for me, when I see bonnets, a lot of times there's a particular attire that comes along with the bonnets, right? Whereas when you have a head wrap on, that attire is a bit different. Like you're probably going to be most likely for me, what I've seen a person in t-shirt and jeans. Whereas when I see a bonnet, I'll see a t-shirt halfway falling off you with some sweats on, or you just got your pajamas on straight because I just ran in here real quick and finna run out. I understand professors not wanting the students to show up in their classrooms like that because actually you'll have whole departments. Like let's say you have the business department, and a lot of y'all business majors probably gonna say, yeah, you're right. A lot of times like the business department, they shut that down. Now you may have gotten away with that before you got over here in this business department. Okay, when you were taking your other prerequisite courses over there, da, da, da. No, we in this building now. Don't come in this building like X, Y, and Z. So that's why I'm not really surprised by the university putting this ban in, because if you have a lot of different departments on the campus that starts to implement, hey, when you enter this building, these are the restrictions. You know, don't come into this building if you're trying to get your business degree and work on this and that. We're not having it over here. So for the university to put that in place, I'm not seeing anything wrong. I feel like they'll survive. I think they'll be okay without, the bonnets. One thing about us, we are very creative. So as the students get creative with the different garments or things to cover their heads, then what y'all gonna do then? I think my biggest thing, though, I'm not really concerned about the bonnets. Like I said, it's making sure those students are not in rundown dorm rooms for me. Making sure that the students' rooms are not filled with mold. Making sure when it's time to start that first day of class or whatever, that second week, that there are no financial aid issues. Okay. That's my thing, because I do feel like at times, to me, universities do demand a lot from the students. And I'm not saying they shouldn't, but y'all should also meet them halfway as well when it comes to their financial aid and stuff. Like, especially when I see universities get like large amounts of like donations from somebody, and then next thing you know, we seeing that students are having issues with admission, like financial aid. That's a problem for me. Okay. So if you want them to follow the guidelines, and I'm not gonna wear no bonnet, I'm gonna do this, and I done signed the paperwork, I done signed on the dotted line to uphold the rules and the policies and the procedures of this university, then uphold your end of the bargain too. Okay. And not be stressing these parents out thousands of miles away or hundreds of miles away. And these people are worried about their kids on campus because the room is like this or whatever, or the financial aid is that, or I can't go into CAF because of this right here. Right. So do right by the students as you want the students to do right by you, in my personal. Okay. Also, when I think about this, I really want to hear from the students and, some of you guys as well that are out of school, and how you feel about this. For me, I'm not saying how you feel is wrong if we don't, agree on the same thing. Because if we don't agree, that's fine, because the rule is still in place, whether we like it or not. Okay. Whether I was against it, not against it, the rule is still standing. And I don't think social media backlash is going to make this university, a private one at that, change their rules and policies on the matter. But I also find it interesting. I really want to hear from the students and see how they feel about the situation, because I do feel like some of those same students that want to join organizations, and if that said organization came to you before they even had an interest meeting, a semester or a year before they had an interest meeting, and it's like, yo, we watching you. Somebody may put the bug in your ear and say, hey, yo, we interested, but we don't want to see you in no bonnet. We don't want to see you in no do-rag walking around here. Then guess what's not going to happen? They not going to be caught slipping. And that's for any organization on campus. They just gonna fall in line. Also, I feel like you can't even do that at work. Like, I don't understand the big issue as to why. Feel free to explain it down in the comments, your thoughts. If you do disagree, it's all about how you disagree, and I'm totally fine with you disagreeing, but just leave your thoughts down below so that I can see your point of view as to why you do agree, or shall I say disagree with me, as to why you feel like students should not be restricted on their attire as they come to class. Now, if it's a campus-wide thing, I mean, maybe they could have been a bit more lenient, right? Like, example, the dining hall. It may suck for a person that wants to just run over here. They don't have a class till maybe 11 or something, and they got a test coming up. Okay. But they want to run to the calf real quick. Let me get some breakfast in me real quick. You know what I'm saying? I got my little bonnet on. I got my little do-rag on, trying to keep my waves. Let me run over here. Or I got a presentation later, and I want to keep my waves in my head. Let me run over here. Let me get my breakfast real fast. Come back. I'm going to finish studying, or I'm going to finish preparing for my presentation. Like, it is going to suck for those students for sure. But I mean, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna figure it out. That's one thing about us, child. We are some good inventors, child. We gonna figure it out, honey. Somebody gonna come out with a bonnet flip turned into a hat. I don't know, child. The people gonna get real creative. All right. It's an opportunity, I'm sure, for somebody to create something. And it's definitely going to happen. But it's been so much discourse around it. And I don't think this is it. Should this be one of the things that we are arguing about? Should we be arguing about what a private university chooses to do with their rules and policies when it comes to a do-rag? Now, I will give you this though, as I'm thinking. If this is going to be the groundwork to it becoming bigger, right? Like, oh, you can't wear do-rags, you can't wear bonnets, you can't wear this or that. And then it escalates to a situation of you can't wear braids, you can't wear, I mean, then yeah, it could end up being a problem. Like, this could be something that's going to develop a snowball effect of things, right? At a later time, not sure. In this moment, I see nothing wrong. You can't do that in high school. And y'all already know, anybody that caught you with anybody in high school, take that off. You can't do that in regular retail spaces, whether they're black on, white on, take it off. Right. So you can't do that in any of the jobs you work unless you probably work from home. And even then, I've seen so many TikTok videos where people have snatched off whatever they got on, or they don't have nothing on at all. Right. And they throw that wig on, or they throw whatever on. They, brush their hair, whatever. And they get together and get presentable for, being on that on camera Zoom call that they have at work, that on camera Zoom meeting. So I don't understand the big, huge uproar and the upset about this. I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on the matter at hand. But if that's what the university want to do, I think that's totally fine. My biggest thing is just making sure that they honor the students as they want the students to honor their policies. It's really just that simple for me. But yeah, okay. If Alabama State tell y'all, hey, put them bonnets down, y'all already know what y'all gonna do. Put them bonnets down. And y'all gonna go to class. I see nothing wrong with that. Because it probably, I'm sure the board made a decision based on this. I'm sure they could have potentially been influenced by other departments on the campus. Because as I said, a lot of times the departments will shut you down on what you cannot. When you get into your department, when you get into your major, don't you come up in here like that. So I guess the biggest gripe would be, is it not okay for them to go into the cafeteria with their bonnets on? It may be a good thing if they wanted to. I mean, don't the people behind the when they gotta cook and stuff, don't they gotta put on like a little hair net? Make sure ain't them falling down into the food. So maybe it might be a safer thing for them to have them bonnets and durags on, right? When they in the cafeteria. You know what I'm saying? But you guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below. I did not want this video to be a long video. I want to see what you guys' thoughts are, whether you agree, you disagree, why you agree and you disagree. And yeah, just to share my thoughts with you guys to let you know that I see nothing wrong with that implementation of the new policies. So if you do not like the policies, I mean, I hate to say it, just don't go to the university. This is what it is. And I'm sure this isn't the only university that may have the same rulings. And in addition, I wouldn't be surprised if the university hasn't made a campus wide ban. It's likely majority of the departments on campus are like, you can't show up here like that. And they probably let the department heads run the departments as they choose versus making it a campus wide thing. But that's all that I have. I just wanted to give my 2, 3, and a little piece of a cent. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
How we get up, just call back right back.